Hello, I'm Matt Selhorst with HCR Engineering. I'm presenting the Lawrence County US 52 State Route 7 Corridor Safety Management Plan that we began for Kiowa in early 2020. This study is scheduled to be completed by April of 2021 and covers US 52, State Route 1, County Road 1, and County Road 7 through Lawrence County. The outcome of the study will be a plan for future improvements and implementation of projects to address traffic problems in the corridors. The map presented shows the study area, including the proposed Chesapeake Bypass Phase 2. The approach to this study is to update traffic, crash, and geometric information from a previous 2007 study to identify any deficiencies and needs that have not been addressed to date on US 52 and State Route 7. The study includes stakeholder and public involvement, land use analysis, and scenario planning to evaluate future traffic demands and to document existing and future conditions, analyze needs, and provide recommendations for implementation of solutions. Work will also include an analysis of the pavement within the city of Ironton. An existing and future conditions analysis has been conducted to date. The reporting builds on the previous studies and includes identification and documentation on the corridor's travel characteristics, traffic reliability and safety, and other problems. This includes the travel times, speeds, volumes, crash analysis, capacity analysis, and geometric deficiencies. The analysis of the previous plans developed in 2007 include a review of the recommended improvements. Presented on this map shows the status of those recommendations. The projects shown in green are those that have been completed. In yellow is a partial completion. In blue are those that are under current project development, either study, updated recommendations, or design. And those in red are shown with no progress since 2007. Of the 27 recommendations, 4 have been completed, 2 have been partially completed, 9 have some project development process, and 12 have had no progress. This analysis will be used to help focus on those areas that need additional study and also to help determine a prioritization and implementation plan for the recommendations later on in this study process. The analysis of the corridor has documented the existing at-grade intersections and driveways as a way to identify locations that could be potentially improved to create a limited access freeway. There are currently 21 intersections from the Western County line to Chesapeake, and there are 38 intersections and 215 private drives from Chesapeake to the Eastern County line. Our traffic analysis includes evaluating existing traffic counts and the forecasted traffic volumes for the year 2050 based on the Kiowa travel demand model. This map shows traffic volumes and annual growth rates for some key locations on the corridor. The annual growth rate that is shown is the growth to the year 2050. A range of the projected annual daily traffic, the ADTs, using the current projected growth rates as well as an expanded growth rate are shown. The growth rate and the ADTs were expanded based on 2 scenarios. First was the inclusion in the future network of a new Ohio River crossing to the east of Huntington. The new Ohio River crossing is projected to slightly increase the annual growth rate on the western end of the county, but also double the expected annual traffic growth rate for the eastern end of the county. The second scenario includes tripling the rate of annual growth in anticipate of additional possible growth and the impact of the opening of the Portsmouth bypass in December of 2018. A traffic count on US 52 just to the west of Lawrence County has shown that there has been a larger percentage of annual traffic growth rate in 2019 since the bypass has opened. The upper end of the ADT range will be used to develop improvements. An analysis of the truck travel patterns was also conducted to determine the trip length of trucks. The exhibit shown shows the average truck trip length for trucks originating in the tri-state from 9 miles and below to 34 miles and above. What this exhibit shows is that trucks originating in the areas where there is a high concentration of trucks have a greater than 34-mile average trip length. This tells us that there is a large advantage into transforming US 52 and State Route 7 into a regional highway to accommodate truck travel. Crash analysis conducted to date identifies areas where the most crashes have occurred and those locations where the crashes have been severe. Many of the areas shown on the map are areas that are well known as safety problems and are currently being addressed with project development, such as the Burlington, Macedonia, Charlie Creek, and the Chesapeake areas. The rest of the areas will direct the study team to develop solutions to address any problems. Further analysis to date has identified locations along US 52 where the interchange entrance and exit ramps may not meet state standards. The locations are under further study to determine if these current designs are a cause for crashes, and if so, how these can be improved. The roadways within the study area are forecasted to become much more congested as a result of traffic projections, as a result of the traffic growth and potential development. Traffic levels are measured by a level service A through F, A being the best and F is the worst. The level service A is no waiting. At level service D, you start to see delays in waiting. At level service E, you will be waiting much longer, and at level service F, you will be at a standstill. The level of service grades are generally based on the delays at the intersections. ODOT strives for a level service C, but a level service D is also acceptable. This map shows the no-build level service for the interchange ramps and intersections along the corridor. Some of these areas with a level service E or greater will be addressed with future projects. So what does all this data tell us? There are a few takeaways from this. Following analysis of the data, a matrix was developed for locations along the corridor to bring together all the data to show where there were issues and opportunities. The low travel time reliability, where at-grade intersections and driveways are present, development opportunities, congestion issues, high crash areas, and geometric deficiencies were all documented. Also marked were the locations where current projects and/or studies are underway. The areas that are shown to have a high crash density and were included in at least 2 of the categories were highlighted. The darker orange colors show the areas that have more issues and opportunities for improvements. This will help the study team to direct resources to determine additional improvements and to provide guidance on developing prioritization of funding in the future. The study team would like to get some feedback on this information. Please let us know if there is any additional information to include or any revisions to the data. All of this information will be placed on the Kiowa website at www.kiowaipc.org. If you have any questions or comments on this information, please send them to me at 614-257-8353 or my email at matt.selhorst@hdrinc.com. The next steps for this study is to receive and review comments on the conditions assessment and then to identify and analyze solutions for the problem areas that have been identified. Stakeholder meetings where local elected officials, ODOT, and other associations were invited to discuss the projects and review the future conditions were held in May and in early September. This information will be presented for public involvement in November. An additional stakeholder meeting will be held in December to review proposed improvements, and additional meetings will be held in 2021 for input and feedback. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact myself or Bethany Wild at Kiowa. Thank you.